everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yadi and this is Yadi Angel Art. So this week I'm going to be drawing up what most people have been calling the ghost challenge. I've also seen it called the ghost trend or a ghost photo shoot, and this is basically from TikTok. If you don't know about this challenge, basically people have been dressing up as ghosts and taking silly photographs outside, doing a bunch of like different silly things. It's really cute, I think. So I recently saw on Instagram that an artist did kind of their version of the ghost trend, where they basically drew the ghosts, and I thought that is right up my alley. I don't really like to go outside, so this is perfect for me. So that is where the subject of this piece came from. When I was thinking about what to talk about for this video, I really kind of struggled. I knew since this video is coming out on the 31st, I probably wanted to do something like relatively spooky, but I don't really have any like ghost stories to talk about, so I thought I'd share with you guys the scariest thing that ever happened to me. A few years ago, when I was about 18, I ended up spending some time by myself in a house that needed a lot of repairs. It didn't have any working lights or hot water, but I really only used the space to sleep in. One morning, when I was getting ready for a 5 a.m. shift at my job, I heard a loud bang, and it seemed like it came from downstairs. Now, I didn't know what to do, and I kind of just thought to myself, that couldn't have been downstairs. I'm overthinking things, but I should probably check it out anyway. So I grabbed my phone and I flipped on the flashlight, and I stepped down the stairs trying to like hear anything, but it was super dead quiet, and I went to go look at the door, and the door seemed fine. It was shut, so I thought I must have like imagined it, and I looked throughout the whole living room and dining room and the kitchen, and everything seemed all right. The dining room had two doors. One led to a closet and the other led to the basement, and part of me thought like, should I open these doors? But with the front door shut and everything was so quiet, I just thought to myself, no, everything looks fine. I'm just gonna go. I went to work, and when I came back at 1 p.m., the front door was still shut, but I could tell right away that the lock was broken. I go up the stairs and I find that all of my stuff is a mess. Now, I am really lucky that all of my personal stuff wasn't taken. Like my social security card was still fine, and I didn't really leave anything else that could sort of steal my identity, so that was fine. They just took an air conditioner and a Keurig that I had bought as a gift to my stepdad for that Christmas. But yeah, I ended up calling the cops and filed a report, and that was kind of the end of that. So, really quick disclaimer, I know that this isn't the worst thing that has ever happened to somebody, and I'm not at all saying that this is just the worst thing that could happen, but for me personally, it is one of the worst experiences I've ever had. It's just creepy. Ugh, like, I just think back to that day and I imagine just somebody behind those doors watching me or waiting, and it's so creepy, like creepier than any ghost story. So that's my Halloween story for you guys. Back to our regular programming here. So I decided for this image to try a new style. I basically made the figures a lot more simple in this image, and I focused a little bit more on the background and layering things in the background to give a bit more depth. I also took this opportunity to play around with different textures and add different effects to see how they turned out. And overall, it's definitely different from what I usually do, especially my super detailed and rendered style, but I think I really like the way this piece came out. I also felt like the simplified figures offered a bit of a nod to the simplicity of the ghost challenge itself. So here is how the finished piece came out. I couldn't decide whether to leave this filter on it to make it look a bit more vintage, or whether to share it as my natural style, which is a lot more bright colors. But the sort of style of the photographs from the Ghost Challenge tend to be a bit more old-timey and less saturated colors, so I decided to leave it that way. I will be posting both versions though on my Instagram if you want to check it out. Thank you so much for sticking around up to this point. I've still got that Draw This in Your Style challenge that I announced last video, and if you don't know about that, I'll post the link in the description below for the video that talks about it and for the Instagram post that shares it. If you celebrate Halloween or whatever you plan to do this weekend, I hope that y'all will stay safe. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you had fun with me this video. I'll see you next week. Bye!